And Amy, opening day in Rickettsville, and
Stop it.
the backdrop of the new feature film Landline.
Stop
great.
it.
And the Cubs are 4-2 out of the gates. That's a 667 winning percentage. So that tracks for 108 wins.
Mm-hmm.
So are the Cubs, the front office, willing to predict that they will win a back-to-back championship? Since they are now 4-2 and in first place, and just a mere 156 games to go.
Yeah, that's all.
Magic number time. For more on today's festivities, we're pleased to be joined by one of the Rickettses that I have renamed Wrigleyville, Rickettsville in honor of.
Why have you done that?
Because it is Rickettsville now. What did Wrigley ever do? He didn't bring a World Series championship.
No, he didn't.
Todd Ricketts joins us now. Todd, thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
So, do you agree that Wrigleyville should be named Rickettsville?
Well, I've always joked that Wrigley Field was the first corporate naming rights deal, and the Wrigley Company is no longer paying for that. But so maybe we could be open-minded. But I only joke about that because I know people take
it's very sensitive.
I'll take very seriously.
So, what can we expect this year? I mean, not another winning championship team, but what changes are going on in the ballpark? And tell us about this park that you have to walk through to get into Wrigleyville?
Well, really, I think we're starting to see some of the fruits of our labors the last few years. We've had a lot of construction dust, a lot of fence up around Wrigley even during the season last few years, and I know that I was getting tired of it. I'm sure everybody else was getting tired of it. We finally got the fences down on the plaza, and we're opening up that west gate, which is going to alleviate a lot of the congestion getting into the ballpark, and that's going to come right off of that plaza. And it's just well done. It looks beautiful. The park looks great. That plaza is going to be a great active space for the neighborhood. I'm sure that all the residents are going to be happy to see things like the Green City Market, and we're going to have some movies shown there, and it's just going to be a nice, active center of the community space, even on non-game days.
Oh, so that's going to be an outdoor space. I mean, I know Wrigley you use for concerts as well, and that's been very successful, as well as other sporting events for that matter. But that outdoor area is going to be also an event space?
It is. It's not going to be necessarily a concert space, but like I say, like on Thursdays, when the team is on the road this summer, it's going to be a farmer's market, and we have a few movies set up. We have a big video board on the office building that we just built. And we're going to show some movies, and they're going to be obviously Cubs and Chicago-related movies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Ricketts, like that. So things for kids, and the hotel is coming along also. I think by opening day of 2018, when the hotel opens, that space will be pretty much complete and there for everybody in the neighborhood to enjoy.
I don't know if you've seen it, Todd, but Giovanni Soto, former Cub, has 3 homers in the first 5 games. I've been tasked on behalf of Brooks Boyer to offer you a Giovanni Soto for Chris Bryant straight-up deal. Be interested to get your take on that.
First of all, loved Giovanni when he was a Cub, and he's still a great player, but I think I'm going to take youth. I'm going to take youth over that.
I see. I made the effort.
We actually have a pretty good cohesive setup right now, and this team is set up to be competitive for not just this year, but for the next few years. So I'd be surprised to see any big shakeups like that.
And how bany rooms is this hotel going to have?
You know what? That's a good question. I'm going to guess. I might be wrong, but I think it's 190. It's somewhere right around there.
Wait. This team is 2 years. So we were talking about dynasty. We're talking. What I hear from Cubs fan is like Wooden in the 60s and early 70s. Like 10 of the next 12 years, the Cubs will be World Series champions.
Let's do that.
Well, oh gosh.
Dan, don't be.
All right, I got a question for you too. So, are you paying Kyle Schwarber enough money? I'm concerned.
Oh my gosh.
Well, here's why I'm concerned.
Tell him about your connection to Kyle Schwarber.
I'm concerned because Kyle Schwarber is renting out a buddy of mine, his place in Lincoln Park, and if all he can afford is my buddy's place in Lincoln Park, I'm worried about Kyle Schwarber making ends meet.
I think those guys generally, if they stay at it and keep playing, I think it pays off in the end.
Yeah, I think that's true. That actually has been shown to be true, I believe.
All right, besides being part owner of the Cubs, you're still in talks over the Deputy Commerce Secretary job. How is that going?
Yeah, I'm just still in the process. It's a very complicated process to get through. before I can get to the Senate confirmation, I have to work through all my finances with the Office of Government Ethics, and I'm just in the process of working through that now. And it's just taking a little longer than we had anticipated, but really just still working through.
Are you you guys interested at all in buying the Bulls?
I haven't heard of the Bulls being for sale. Are they for sale?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I hope they are. Maybe you could make Reinsdorf an offer he can't refuse. And I mean, I went to a Bulls game a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I brought some paperwork to catch up on. I mean, it's like a library in there. It's like going to DePaul at the Allstate Arena.
Shh, they're playing basketball.
Well, I think their Bulls are still doing okay. What I will say is that I think as a family we probably have enough exposure to the sports entertainment business in Chicago for the time being, but we're always exploring other options.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you're open-minded about it. Well, and now on the score of politics, since Amy brought it up,
Yes,
and
I had to.
this celebratory day, she's a downer by bringing up politics.
Why am I
trying to talk about sports? But how are you feeling about the Trump administration, which you may join, in terms of economic policy to this point?
Well, nothing has been specifically done, but I'm feeling very optimistic. At some point, we're going to get some sort of tax reform that's going to be, some relief to individuals and some relief to corporations, and really that corporate tax is a critical one because that's going to free up companies to invest and hire and get more people working. And so, we look at those unemployment rates, and the unemployment rate is technically it's low. But when you compare that with when you add in the participation rate is low. And so from an economic point of view, I'd like to see that participation rate go up and keep that unemployment rate, where it's at, and have more people working. And that's going to require some tax reform. And I mean, really, when it comes to small businesses, who are really the companies or the people who generate those jobs, we need some Dodd-Frank reform so banks can get back in the business of loaning money to small companies and small businessmen. To get our country working.
Well,
Having said that, I'm optimistic something will get done, and I would say that last week the administration and the president had a great week. He reestablished the United States as a superpower and a world leader, and we got Neil Gorsuch on the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Now, you and I spoke once at length about Dodd-Frank and the need to roll it back. So when do you think that would actually happen?
I don't have a good vision for the future of the timing. From a personal point of view, I'd like to see whatever we're going to do this year, just get it done by August. Just to get so we can start to see those effects next spring. I'm not making any big predictions as to when the economy is going to start booming, but we need to be directionally correct. We need to get out of this 2% growth rut and get back to the 3.5%, 4% growth that we've become accustomed to.
Since you are part of an ownership group that has one of the more successful businesses in Illinois, and you're not interested in purchasing the Bulls at this point, what about the state? Would you buy the state for debt and see if you could take that private and reorganize it, reintroduce the state of Illinois?
I think we're just going to stick to baseball for right now. I don't know if you noticed, our team is winning games.
Yeah.
Again, just like I would compare it to the administration last week. Sometimes the sausage you don't like to see the sausage being made, but we've got 4 wins after 6 games, and
yeah. Well, I mean,
seem to be heading in the right direction.
Yeah,
you could
unlike the White Sox.
You could spread the wealth a little bit, Todd. I mean, that wouldn't kill you. Spread the wealth a little bit around here. No, it's great success. It looks like it's beautiful amenities that have been added for this season. So I'll be excited to get out to Wrigley, have some bison meat.
Exactly.
Which I do enjoy, and is healthier for you.
I'm just glad that most of the...
Yeah, bison dogs.
Yes.
Are there any other additions to the menu at Wrigley?
There was a few. I looked over the sheet. I wasn't part of the food selection for the concessions this year. But I looked over the sheets, but I don't remember anything really specific. It's kind of just an upgrade of everything we've had. All the different sausage collections and so on.
Sure, I mean,
getting better.
I would think. I mean, for all those lakefront champagne socialists like Amy's friends, you want a charcuterie board, something like that with a spritzer.
But you do have new sections of seating, right, behind the bullpen?
The bullpens got moved into the bleachers, right, underneath the bleachers. So there's a few more seats there. The wall is actually straight now. It used to just kind of jog out to make space for the bullpen. But we straightened out that wall. But if you didn't pay close attention in the past, you won't really notice how it changed because it looks just like it looked before.
Cool.
And one of the things that we have that's exciting in this office building, in the basement of our office building, we have I think it's 50,000 square feet of kitchen for the concessionaire. So Levy has a lot more space to prepare food, and I think that's going to go a long way in taking some of the dishes we already have and making them better.
All right, very good. He is Todd Ricketts, co-owner of the Chicago Cubs, world champion Chicago
Yeah,
Cubs.
say it, Dan. The
Pains
banner's
me to
going to
say.
be.
Have a great day, a great opening day. Have a great season, and good luck with the Deputy Commerce Secretary gig as well. Thanks for joining us, Todd.
It's going to be a beautiful night at Wrigley tonight.
Amy will be there, so that's
Yes,
why
I
it'll
will.
be beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Thanks, Todd.
All right, we'll see you guys
See
later.
you, Todd. Thanks.
And Todd Ricketts joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.